In a quiet coastal town, where the rhythmic sound of waves met the sandy shore, lived a man named Daniel. He was a fisherman by trade, spending his days out on the open waters, reeling in the bounties of the sea. His weathered face told the story of a life lived close to nature, a life filled with both triumphs and challenges. But as fate would have it, an unseen danger lurked beneath the waves, one that would forever change his life. One warm summer morning, Daniel set out on his boat with a sense of purpose. The sun danced on the water's surface, and the sky was painted in hues of blue and gold. Little did he know that today would mark the beginning of an unexpected battle. As he worked tirelessly to bring in his catch, a small cut on his hand went unnoticed, a minor detail amidst the rush of the day. Days turned into nights, and the cut on his hand became a gateway for an invisible intruder, Vibrio vulnificus. This tiny bacterium, often found in warm coastal waters, was drawn to the weakened state of Daniel's immune system due to an underlying health condition. It began its insidious journey, multiplying rapidly within his body. At first, Daniel shrugged off the fatigue and chills, attributing them to the demands of his job, but soon the symptoms escalated. A high fever took hold, and a fiery redness spread from his hand to his arm. His skin felt as if it were ablaze, a sensation that brought him to his knees. Unable to ignore the pain any longer, he sought medical help. The local clinic, usually bustling with tales of minor mishaps and common colds, now became a battleground against an unfamiliar adversary. The doctors recognized the urgency in Daniel's situation, swiftly identifying the Vibrio vulnificus infection that had taken hold of him. They initiated a powerful antibiotic regimen, determined to halt the bacteria's advance. As the days turned into weeks, Daniel's fight intensified. The infection had triggered a cascade of complications, affecting his blood circulation and internal organs. His body, once a testament to resilience, now struggled to maintain its balance. His family rallied around him, a united front against the relentless assault on his health. Every sunrise brought a mix of hope and fear. Progress was slow, but Daniel's determination was unwavering. He clung to memories of the open sea, of the taste of salt on his lips, and the laughter of fellow fishermen. These memories became his anchor, a reminder of the life he longed to reclaim. In the quiet hours of the night, as the world outside slept, Daniel's thoughts turned inward. He pondered the fragility of existence, the delicate balance between man and nature. The same waters that sustained him also held the potential for harm. It was a humbling realization, one that deepened his connection to the world around him. Finally, after weeks that felt like a lifetime, Daniel's body began to respond to the treatment. The fever subsided, the redness receded, and his strength slowly returned. It was a hard-fought victory, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit when faced with adversity. As Daniel stood once again on the shore, the waves crashing at his feet, he carried with him the scars of his battle. But those scars were not just a reminder of pain. They were a reminder of strength, of the capacity to endure and overcome. The sea, once a source of livelihood, had now become a symbol of his resilience. Today I want to shed light on a microscopic menace that poses a significant threat to human health, Vibrio vulnificus. It may sound like just another scientific term, but this bacterium, found in warm coastal waters, carries a potent potential for harm. Imagine a warm summer day at the beach, the sun's rays glistening on the water's surface. It's a scene that beckons us to jump in and enjoy the refreshing embrace of the ocean. But lurking beneath that serene exterior lies a hidden danger, Vibrio vulnificus. This bacterium, which thrives in warm, brackish waters, is commonly found in places like the Gulf of Mexico and other coastal areas. Its natural habitat might be beautiful, but its effects on human health are far from it. Vibrio vulnificus is not a bacterium to be taken lightly. It's what's known as a pathogen, a microorganism with the potential to cause disease. And when it comes into contact with humans, the results can be devastating. The primary route of infection is through the consumption of raw or undercooked seafood, particularly shellfish like oysters. These shellfish are filter feeders, meaning they can accumulate the bacteria as they filter water for nutrients. This is why properly cooking seafood is crucial. Heat can effectively kill the bacteria and reduce the risk of infection. But what happens if Vibrio vulnificus finds its way into the human body? The consequences can be severe. This bacterium is notorious for causing two distinct types of infections: wound infections and bloodstream infections. Let's delve into each. Wound infections occur when an open cut or wound is exposed to contaminated water. It doesn't take much. A seemingly innocuous scrape can become a gateway for Vibrio vulnificus. Once the bacteria find their way in, they can cause a skin infection that progresses rapidly, leading to cellulitis, tissue death, and even amputation in severe cases. This is a painful and frightening experience, one that can turn a carefree day at the beach into a medical emergency. Then there's the more insidious danger of bloodstream infections. Even if you're not consuming contaminated seafood, this bacterium can enter the body through open wounds, even minor ones. Once in the bloodstream, Vibrio vulnificus can cause a condition known as sepsis. Sepsis is a life-threatening response to infection that can lead to organ failure, shock, and death if not treated promptly and aggressively. Now, I understand that these details might be alarming, but it's crucial to remember that knowledge is power. Understanding the risks associated with Vibrio vulnificus can help us take appropriate precautions. If you have an open wound, it's best to avoid swimming in warm coastal waters, especially during the warmer months when this bacterium is most active. And when it comes to seafood consumption, make sure it's properly cooked, especially if you're in an area where Vibrio vulnificus is known to be present. But there's more to the story. Climate change is having a significant impact on the distribution and prevalence of Vibrio vulnificus. As ocean temperatures rise, this bacterium is finding its way into new areas, putting more people at risk. The warming of our oceans is creating an environment that is increasingly hospitable to these bacteria, and this is a trend that should concern us all. It's a stark reminder that the effects of climate change go beyond melting ice caps and rising sea levels. They can have direct personal consequences on our health and well-being. In conclusion, Vibrio vulnificus is a harmful bacterium that demands our attention. Its ability to cause serious wound and bloodstream infections should not be underestimated. Whether you're planning a beach vacation or simply enjoying seafood, being aware of the risks and taking appropriate precautions can make all the difference. Let's also not forget the larger context: the impact of climate change on the distribution of these dangerous bacteria. We must strive to address climate change and protect our oceans not only for their beauty, but for the health and safety of future generations. Stay informed, stay cautious, and let's work together to navigate the hidden dangers that the natural world can sometimes present.